Hello and happy holidays from your friends at University Medical Center. We are grateful, very grateful to have you as our regional partner. Together, our organizations strive to improve the quality and the continuity of care for your patients entrusted to us. On behalf of UMC, I'd like to share with you a few things that have positively impacted our regional presence and strengthened our partnership. Many of you attended one of our regional events in 2016. UMC hosted board member training and 2 regional roundtable events focused on patient and employee satisfaction, the new MACRA regulations, and quality improvement. And for the first time, UMC presented our Regional Swing Bed Summit. This was a great event with huge participation from you, our regional partners. Our intent was, and still is, to identify collaborative ways to ensure that your patients return to your community after discharge. Based on the positive feedback we received, we will repeat this event in 2017. Lastly, in conjunction with Texas Tech, UMC hosted a trauma cadaver symposium in Carlsbad. Regarding IT, we rolled out 2 electronic platforms for your hospital to connect to UMC. PowerChart Outreach brings our electronic medical record to you for your patients who return to you for treatment. This solution has positively impacted caregivers throughout the region, including EMS personnel, swing bed coordinators, EC physicians, and all those providing follow-up care. Secondly, LifeImage was rolled out to improve the patient transfer process. When your patient transfers to UMC, LifeImage allows your facility to electronically transmit radiology images to UMC with 3 easy steps. This is a secure, HIPAA-compliant technology that improves the continuity and timeliness of care for your patients transferred to UMC. You don't have to rely upon printed images or discs. With LifeImage, the physicians at UMC have immediate access to your patient's imaging. As we look forward to 2017, I would like to share with you the priorities of UMC because our strategy includes you, your facility, and your patients entrusted to us. First of all, Service is Our Passion is more than just the name of our culture. It defines why we do what we do. In fact, it separates UMC within the region. It defines our standards, and most importantly, it is a commitment from UMC to you that we will care for your patients just as if they were our own family. We mean that sincerely, and we will extend value to your facility however we possibly can. Secondly, I appreciate your patience. When we deny transfers, the primary reason is due to a lack of beds, but we are adding additional beds in 2017. This addition is absolutely in response to your trust in UMC as evidenced by an increase in transfers over the past 4 years. As we work to make our process better for you, we do appreciate your trust and your partnership. Lastly, we are investigating methods to connect with your facility using telehealth and other innovative solutions, again, to extend value to you and your facility. So we welcome your ideas and your future opportunities to collaborate, to sponsor, and to provide value to you. Again, happy holidays. You have our commitment to continually strengthen our partnership with you and to extend our Service is Our Passion culture to all of your patients we are privileged to serve. Blessings to you in 2017.
All of a sudden it started coming and trapped my left foot under the wheel. It started coming up my leg and it dropped me to the ground and it made it all the way up to my chest and I started spitting up a bunch of blood. I couldn't breathe.
Chris Fuller was laying asphalt at a construction site. In the blink of an eye, he was fighting for his life when he was run over by a 25-ton rubber tire roller. His father, Jason, who co-owned the company, drove to the scene as soon as he got the call.
When I arrived, Christopher was on the ground and he was surrounded by firefighters. I approached the firefighters and started calling out Chris's name, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Orthopedic surgeon Mark Jenkins and his team were ready when Chris arrived.
He was very critical condition. One side of his pelvis was completely torn loose and sort of almost torn loose and caught and kind of had pivoted up and was caught on the anterior part of his sacrum. The amount of energy required to cause that injury usually leads to internal bleeding. We just don't see those injuries because most people literally bleed to death before they ever get to the hospital.
During surgery, doctors discovered Chris had 6 broken ribs, several severed arteries and ligaments, and serious damage to his liver. He also went through 30 units of blood.
We just keep giving him blood because they're losing it. So we replaces all the blood in his body times 2 to keep him alive.
After 6 hours in surgery, Dr. Jenkins spoke with the family.
He came out and he said it couldn't have gone better.
And from what I understand, what was told me, Dr. Jenkins went in there and performed that surgery of stabilizing those pelvis bones in record time. It was almost perfect.
So then we knew now it's the rehab part, but he lived. He's alive. He's put together.
The doctors expected Chris to be in rehab for 3 months.
He cooperated, he worked, he did the exercises he was told to do, and fought through a lot of pain. The pain was pretty intense and constant. But nevertheless, it was, we started seeing results from his physical therapy within just a few days.
In 2 months, he was ready to go home. Everyone that knows Chris says his recovery was a miracle.
Hey, keep your shoulder up. That's how coaches cheer.
There's no other way to explain it. You know, I've thought about it and what I've heard from doctors, and they thought I was going to be in the hospital for months. And, you know, I got out in 2 and started walking. Like, I can't explain it. Like, it's a miracle.
Thanksgiving of 2014, less than 3 months after the accident, Chris was walking with a cane.
For me, the miracle is seeing these patients come back to the clinic walking. You know, when you see a patient they say is not going to survive, the miracle is that patient going on and further impacting other people around him. The miracle is that patient gets to continue to interact with his family and friends and go on and have an impact on other people's lives. That, to me, that's the bigger miracle, not living or dying, but the impact on other people's lives.
I'd say the things I'm thankful for most is just the time I get to spend here with my family, and the more time we spend together, like the more I realize like how lucky I am to have them in my life. So.